Welcome back to another episode of Brews and Bravery, where we got Floyd and Ryan working on the heroic military quarter of Naxxramas with Gothik the Harvester. I heard you didn't have that easy of a time with Gothik the Harvester, Floyd. Tell me all about it.
Gothik the Harvester is a pain in the ass. So his heroic ability is he draws one card and gains a mana crystal for 1 mana. So he's going to ramp up on mana very, very quickly, and he's going to be able to fill the board very, very quickly. Now, he also summons these minions, whether they're Spectral Warriors, or Spectral, whatever they all are, Spectral Knights, and every time you kill one of them, they spawn a minion on your side that's a Spectral version, and it deals 1 damage to you at the start of your turn. So if you end up getting a bunch of them all at once, and you only have 4 health, you're going to die. And it's just a slow reminder of how badly you fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Just like raids in the real game, you get to wipe a lot. Awesome.
Yeah, just a bit. You're gonna have
Except for you can't blame the other 24 people in the raid and just make up big excuses like, oh yeah, that wasn't my fault. Blah 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 lag. They stood in the fire. Why was my healer standing in the fire? The tank DC'd. You can't throw any of the blame. It's just you. It's all the fun of raiding, but with all the blame.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you try to concede before all those 7 minions deal their 1 damage to you at a time, it will not let you. And it's just a painful reminder.
The only people that they can blame is us for giving them these awesome deck lists and then grinding away into a wall of continuous death. Yeah. So, awesome.
So this will get it for you. This deck relies on a lot of board clear and a lot of buffing the minions that you get from him. You want to be able to use the minions that he gives you against him. I know it sounds crazy, but use the stuff he gives you against him. Use his death rattles against him to clear his board. Use taunts to buff up your own minions, like Sunfury Protector and Defender of Argus. Even Blessing of Kings will make him want to kill those minions. So anything you can do to make him kill those minions for you, the better. Because he will do corruption, he will just sack minions, he'll do anything he can to get rid of them. So, as long as they're buffed. If they're not buffed, he's going to ignore them and just let them do damage to you. As soon as you throw a taunt on them, as soon as you throw a King's or a Blessing of Might on them, he's going to want to kill them. And that allows you to do a little bit of damage with those minions, while also saving you the hassle of taking the 1 damage every turn from them.
Yeah, I guess so. Makes a lot of sense. You really gotta use his greatest strength turns it into one of his greatest weaknesses that he really has to go after those. You gotta force him to use those minions against you. Because one of the biggest things in Hearthstone I've always noticed is having minions on the board is always powerful. So you gotta use those Holy Paladin pump-ups to turn those useless minions into a strength for you so that you can, carry through. Because having each individual target on your side is always something to your advantage. You just got to make sure you can follow through and carry through on those advantages that this boss naturally gives to you.
Yeah.
Just have to see the silver lining in every cloud that Gothik the Harvester lines up for you.
Yeah, absolutely. One criticism I would make about my own deck would be to take out Divine Favor. It seems like it's a good idea because he draws so many cards, but because he's also gaining mana so quickly, he's just going to fill the board as quickly as he can. So swap out the Divine Favors for something like Blessing of Wisdom or Divine Shield or something like that, just so that you can get either a little bit more card draw. Card draw was obviously never really an issue for me, and I always kind of had a lot. Especially with stuff like Hammer of Wrath and Acolytes or whatever.
Yeah, just to always make sure you have lots of options. Yeah, these are all classic, Hearthstone things that, it kind of drives through that. Like sometimes people can sort of forget about when they get too wrapped up in like constructed ladder play that like, you need to really focus on card draw, healing, making. And it kind of like changes your mentality on how you could play other people and defeat them in terms of, stealing their shitty minions and making them into targets that delay, their eventual, how they hammer into you, right? So you always got, because like now that all these cards are going to be part of the ladder system. You know, you really, this is training to learn how to deal with them and make decks that revolve around dealing with these situations.
Well, I mean, some of these cards, obviously the spectral cards are a little bit too overpowered to have in any of our decks, but stuff like, you know, Spectral Knight or anything like that, definitely makes an impression. Makes an
Yeah, I
impression
guess,
on you.
eh?
Yeah. So once you eventually start using his minions against him, start whittling him down, and keep yourself alive, it ends up being very gratifying when you end up finishing this fight.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. Well, if anybody has any other deck lists that you know, seem to be a lot more effective, or even, you know, if you guys just want to toss up some different possibilities and modifications to what Floyd's lined up for us here, we're always open to suggestions. And if you want to toss up some links in the comments, or to any of your own Hearthstone videos of you defeating it, we're always open. And there goes the killing blow right there. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share our videos, and we're always interested in what you guys have to say about that. So drink beers and be brave.
Thank you all for watching. If you like the show and you want to support the channel, head on over to our offer on offergb.com/SHEB for your free audiobook and a free 30-day trial of audible.com. Thanks again. Drink beers and be brave.